We exist in an age whereby judging people has become prevalent. It has become so common that it has become normalized, whereby people are now gossiping about other people and pointing out other people's flaws and etc. And I was also guilty of this not so long ago, in a sense that when I learned that my way of going about things in relationships was not ideal, I was criticizing everyone else who was doing what I was doing wrong. Another example is like going to the gym. Like when you start hitting the gym, you start getting gains. Like you become stronger, you look better, and you look at the people who are not going to gym. Like sometimes you can criticize them, like why do you look like that, and etc. and etc. Or when you make improvements in your finances, let's say you are broke, you start reading, you start applying what you're reading, and your financial situation changes for good. You become rich, you become wealthy. It's easy to look at the people that are broke and to judge them, or hey, you are a brokey, hey, you are fat, hey, you're this, you're that. And sometimes you need to understand that everyone is operating in line with the information that they have. So the information that they have is basically the best that they have, although the information might not be the best, right? So be patient with people, be kind to people, and most importantly to yourself. And do not be too harsh. Do not judge yourself too harshly, because I feel like people judge others the way they judge themselves. Understand that people are operating with the information that they know, the best that they know at that given moment. And we don't know what we don't know, right? Like, if there isn't someone who is succeeding in what you're weak at, you might not even realize that your weakness is actually a weakness. You might consider that weakness to be a strength because you don't know that that strength of yours is a weakness, right? So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Sometimes, although people might be in tough spots or difficult situations, be more kinder to them and understand that sometimes they're in that situation because of the information that they have, that if they had better information, they would be in a better position. What am I saying? I'm saying that rich people are rich because they know something different from the people that are not. Fit people are fit because they know and apply different information from the people that are not. Healthier people are healthier because they know and apply different information from the people that are unhealthy. So the key thing, right, is like sharing this information instead of like pointing someone's wrongs, gossiping, and all those things. How about we share the pieces of information that can help each of us grow and to level up? And that is, of course, based on interest. Are people interested in leveling up? Because sometimes, although you can have access to valuable information, valuable data sets, like are the people interested in like changing themselves in those specific areas? What I'm trying to say is that sometimes a person can be broke, right? And although that person is broke and they want to be rich, they might not be interested in like reading material or resources that are gonna make them rich. Like there are many people that think about money, that want money. They want millions, but they're not willing to work to get those millions. They're not willing to read books written by the people that are where they want to be. And that is a mystery. I don't know why people do it, so I'll not try to rationalize and explain that. But even if that's the case, right, you shouldn't judge the people that are broke if you have money, or judge the people that are fat if you are not fat, right? I'm not saying states of like weakness are good, and I also understand that shame is a good thing, right? Shame is a good thing. That might sound shocking, but oftentimes for people to really level up, like shame can be a motivator for them to start getting their lives in order. Let me make an example of shame, of how shame helped my friend to lose a lot of weight. Like in primary school, I had a friend, or my best friend, my closest friend, who was like overweight, and his being overweight, his condition of like being overweight, bothered his family, bothered us as his friends, and every other people who knew him, and they gave him a nickname that was like kind of like bad based on like his size. And I feel like every time he was called by that name, it's not like it pissed him off, but it served as like a reminder that I'm fat, right? Like, and that was like some sort of like motivator for him to like get into shape and to lose weight and all those things. So in that sense, like the shame that was used on him also inspired him to lose weight. And I also understand that as much as I say that shame can be a good thing, sometimes it can be dangerous. Because I also read somewhere, I think it's in Atomic Habits by James Clear, where he says that sometimes people default to certain habits because of stress. So sometimes people might be overeating, right? And gaining a lot of weight because they're stressed. So if you use shame towards those people and tell them that you're fat and etc., you are causing them stress, and to relieve themselves of the stress, they tend to overeat, which increases the problem of like them being overweight. Another example is like people that are addicted to alcohol or drugs or cigarettes and all those things. Like telling them their condition, telling them that they're addicted, telling them that smoking is horrible, it can kill them, and all those things. As much as you think it's gonna help them, sometimes it doesn't, because you're basically causing them stress. And when you cause them stress, they default to smoking more to relieve the stress, which increases the problem and causes them stress, because now it's like I'm smoking and someone tells me that smoking is gonna kill me, and now it causes me stress, and I go back, I smoke, and now when I smoke, I remember that person told me that it's gonna kill me, and then I get more stressed. Now I have to smoke more, so it can become a disaster. So what I'm trying to say with this video is that I have been guilty of many things. Like sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and there are many things that I know right now, and there are many things that I don't know, and most of the things that I've come to know have made me level up from my weaknesses. But I didn't know those weaknesses were weaknesses prior to finding that information. So that's basically what I'm trying to say, that sometimes let's default to sharing information that can help all of us to level up and to grow, instead of like pointing each other's flaws and mistakes without really helping each other to grow and level up with like valuable pieces of advices and informations. Have yourself a prosperous day. Cheers.